So just a couple of days ago, we talked about that leaked listing of a Transformers collaborative Trooper listing, and we speculated stuff. We tried to use our knowledge of how the collaborative line has worked in the past and how it usually is linked with some kind of strong anniversary. And I talked about on the podcast, well, it's 2022. We got to have some kind of nice round number. And I kind of fell on to, okay, well, Starship Troopers, it would be its 25th anniversary. And maybe it could be, this, or maybe it could be that. And then I fell on, well, it's got to be G.I. Joe because it's the 40th anniversary. And Hasbro is gearing up for a big deal with this 40th anniversary for G.I. Joe to really help fix some of the PR damage that happened from the movie not being successful. And well, lo and behold, today, on this Thursday, was the 40th anniversary live stream for the G.I. Joe brand to talk about all the brand new product that was going on. And a lot of cool stuff was there that I'm very excited about. My boy Dusty is finally getting a 6-inch figure. That is really awesome. But the big news for us Transformer fans were confirmed from my speculation of just a couple of days ago. Lo and behold, we are going to be getting a Transformers collaborative 40th anniversary G.I. Joe crossover. The Decepticon Megatron, his tank, with Baroness action figure. And it looks amazing. The packaging's amazing. The robot is amazing. In fact, probably the least exciting thing about it is the Baroness figure. But even then, I love Baroness. She's one of my favorite characters. And she still looks good. It looks like to kind of like just focus on the G.I. Joe aspect of it. The Baroness figure looks like a repaint and maybe slight retool of the original G.I. Joe Real American Hero Baroness figure from the 80s. But otherwise, it looks really cool. They say it's going to be packaged in a separate card back safely in the packaging with the actual robot itself. So you could have a separate carded Baroness figure if you're not interested in that. But it's a nice little touch. I mean, personally, I think if I would have included a character with Megatron, it would have been Cobra Commander. And you could save Baroness for a Ravage kind of thing, if anyone remembers how Ravage was kind of her little pet in the Dreamwave G.I. Joe crossover. But that's here, no there. I don't care. I'm getting an awesome Baroness figure again, carded. Who cares? Still looks great. And then there's going to be another Baroness later on that's a Walmart exclusive. That's a 6-inch carded. Awesome stuff. I actually want to get into that at the end of it because it has something to do with Transformers, but I'll get into that in a moment. Let's talk about the packaging. Awesome packaging that shows the two characters, and then it separates the art and has a brown box under it. They had a white box here, but they said it's going to be a brown box for it that will be in the final product itself. Still looks really cool. A lot of awesome stuff going on here in terms of details. There's a little message on the back that's really a little nod to some G.I. Joe stuff. And then, of course, let's talk about the actual his tank itself. So it is scaled to be a 1-for-1 match with the original his tank toy from back in the day, combined with the fact that it has some little retools here and there to give it a different kind of look from the original his tank. But ultimately, in the end, it's trying to invoke that same his tank from G.I. Joe Real American Hero that works with the 3 1/4 figures. These were designed by the Takara designers. So it is, a lot of people inspect, it's an extensive retool of Megatron. It's actually a brand new mold, 100% from the ground up, of Megatron into the his tank, done by the Takara designers. The packaging art was done by Mario, who's done fantastic work already in the past with Hasbro, as well as he did the packaging engineering. So that's pretty cool. And according to Mr. B. Mac himself, or Ben, who's been doing a lot better now with the marketing, he's getting a lot better at it. Ben says that according to this, if we had to quantify the scale, it's slightly Commander-ish, but even then it doesn't really fall into the Commander price point because it's a different kind of way of how this is all put together, and it's its own kind of thing on its own. Supposedly the joints on it are still not done yet because it's an EP model, which isn't done, so the joints are a little loose. It'll be a lot more tighter with ratchets and everything. And it is going to be going live for pre-order as of this recording at 1 p.m. on Hasbro Pulse and other partner websites. There is no price yet, but the rumors were $89.99 to $90. So I'm probably going to stick with that because that's what the listing said, and that's probably what it's going to be. Could be wrong on that, but that's what I'm going to go with from what we know right now. You'll probably find out in a few minutes when this all goes live. Looks amazing. Has a fusion cannon that goes on the top of his tank, and then the fusion cannon goes on the arm of Megatron to have that classic G1 Megatron look. The turret on the back of his tank transforms and goes onto the back of Megatron, where then Baroness or any other Cobra member could chill on the back and help with battle, almost in a very Human Alliance kind of aspect. This is extremely exciting. This is really, really cool. I really like what I see here. And supposedly, this is not the end. That the Trooper 1 that we saw before, and we speculated this in the individual segment, supposedly Trooper 1 for the collab means that there's going to be another set in relation to this one, another G.I. Joe Transformer crossover set. What that is, we don't know yet, but I'm going to assume it's probably going to be Joe related, and we're probably going to get a Optimus Prime with something. Now, I know a lot of people would love to see the Rolling Thunder with Optimus Prime, but that would be crazy huge and crazy awesome. Man, imagine like a Rolling Thunder Optimus Prime, like in scale, and it transformed, but it would be too huge. It would be way bigger than Megatron. That would be way too big. He'd be like, that's like an Omega Supreme kind of situation, but it would be really cool otherwise. And then, of course, if he came with a whole bunch of figures and stuff. But either way, I'm rambling. I think this looks really, really cool. Again, pre-orders going live 1 p.m. Hasbro Pulse. Be sure to check it out and get your hands on it. The one thing I want to talk about, it's also kind of Baroness related, but it's related to our hobby too, is so Baroness, she had a 6-inch figure. And her 6-inch figure was a Cobra Island exclusive. It was exclusive to Target. And it was a Target exclusive tied to that mold. And it came with a motorcycle, and that was that. Now we have that same Baroness figure. It's single carded, and it's now a Walmart exclusive. And the reason why I bring this up is that there was this constant fear and confusion that certain molds associated with certain characters are exclusive to certain retailers and could not appear in any shape or form down the line because it's exclusive to those retailers. I've always said that was false, but I never really had any way of proving it because outside of obviously using older Transformer examples where, this Beast Machines toy was once, a Walmart exclusive, and now it's like a main retail exclusive afterwards. So, but those were also like 20 years ago, 25 years ago, and no modern examples of that. So here's an example with the Baroness where we had one that was a Target exclusive. It did its run after 2 years, and now it's a Walmart exclusive. So if anyone had worries of other molds that were like, let's say, Walmart exclusives or Target exclusives, and they thinking they're locked in over there, that's not going to be the case. So anyone that's worried about, let's say, a Volkswagen Bumblebee from Netflix or something, I'm sure the opportunity will come up, and when they could use that mold again, they will use it. And trust me, they will, because the colors that they used on a Netflix Bumblebee, there's still room for improvement. Trust me. Anyways, guys, just wanted to cover that too, because that's another peace of mind that you could have when it comes to what we learned today from a G.I. Joe live stream, when some of our Transformer streams that we had through Hasbro Pulse have kind of been hit or miss, unfortunately. But this is big news. Fantastic. I'm super excited about this. This is day one pre-order, people. Pick it up. And I know it. I know it for a fact. This thing is going to age very well on both a financial and a collectability kind of thing. And it comes with Baroness, and that's hot. So that's hot. Let me know what you think, guys. This is awesome. Who do you think is the next set? It's probably an Autobot and G.I. Joe team up. But we shall see. We shall see. Yo, Joe, and roll out.